In the beginning of the story, we see a girl named Alicia who works in a small company to cover her household expenses. Meanwhile, she remembers that she forgot to pick up her daughter from school. She leaves all her work and immediately departs, instructing her staff to complete the remaining tasks. On the other hand, we see a man named Calvin who has come to Victor to collect his money. Victor tells him that he has been cheated. Hearing this, Calvin becomes furious and starts vandalizing his garage. Fearing that Victor's family will come out and prevent further trouble, Victor offers him a diamond necklace. Calvin agrees, as he needs the money and doesn't care in what form it comes. After waiting for some time, Victor brings the necklace from inside, gives it to him, and warns him never to come to him or his house again. Calvin agrees but warns Victor not to make such a mistake again. Although we don't yet know why Victor owes this money, we get a sense that Calvin's character will be very dangerous in the story. Meanwhile, Alicia arrives at the school but doesn't see Jake anywhere. When she asks, she learns that he has left, but no one knows where he went. Alicia becomes very scared and starts searching for him frantically. She finally finds him playing with his friends and scolds him severely, saying, "Why did you come alone? Do you know how worried I was? Come, sit in the car." She takes him home, but her anger hasn't subsided. Jack responds, "Mom, I am not a small child." Hearing this, Alicia gets even angrier and tells him to go inside. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Calvin keeping an eye on a woman named Rose and following her every step. Back at home, Alicia surprises Jack with a new pair of Jordan shoes. He is initially very happy but then notices the GPS installed on them. Realizing that his mom did this, he becomes angry. He goes to her and throws the shoes down, saying, "Why did you install GPS on them?" She explains, "You always go places without telling me. Now, if you go anywhere, I will know." But Jack does not like this and goes to his room. He also craved privacy. The next day, Alicia goes to work and tells everything to Julia. Both of them laugh about it. Julia advises her, "How long will you stay alone like this? You should find a partner." Alicia refuses, saying that she is living a good life with her son. Soon after, Alicia gets a call from her friend Rose, who also asks her about marriage. This makes Alicia angry, and she says, "Why is everyone so concerned about my marriage? I made a mistake once. Why would I make the same mistake again?" This hints that Alicia has a troubled past that she still regrets. But who is Jack's dad? We see Jack playing basketball when Calvin approaches him. He calls Jack over and asks, "Do you know me?" Jack says, "No." So Calvin shows him a photo of himself and Victor. Yes, you guessed it right, this is Jack's dad. Jack is surprised but also happy because he always wanted to meet his father. They both go home, and when Alicia arrives, she's shocked to see Victor's car outside. She goes inside and finds Calvin sitting with Jack. This was a shock for her because she never thought he would come back, but now he has. Calvin and Alicia go to the kitchen, where Calvin assures her, "Look, I have changed. I have buried the old Calvin. I am a new person now." Alicia listens quietly. Calvin gives her a diamond necklace, which you may recognize as Victor's. Calvin says, "I want to rebuild my family. I cannot live without you. Let's go out for dinner tonight." Alicia calls Rose and tells her everything. Rose warns, "Don't trust him. He is here to trap you. Don't do anything he says." But Alicia is conflicted and doesn't know what to do. She feels Calvin may have truly changed. That night, they get ready and go to the restaurant. Calvin tells Jack, "Did you know your mother and I were together in college? But then things started going wrong between us, and we separated for a while. Now we are back together." Calvin notices that Alicia is not wearing a wedding ring, which angers him, but he hides his emotions at the moment. However, Alicia realizes he is still the same person and has not changed at all. Yet she remains silent and pretends to believe everything he says because she probably knows very well what kind of person Calvin is. After this, they come home, but it is dark by the time they arrive. Calvin shows affection towards Alicia, and she acts as if she feels good and everything is going well. Then Calvin says, "I am going out now, so you take care of Jack. I have a surprise for you." Both agree, and Calvin leaves. However, as soon as he is gone, Alicia becomes so scared that she immediately locks the gate from the inside and starts crying. Seeing this, Jack gets frightened and asks, "Mom, what happened? Is everything all right?" Alicia replies, "Your dad is a very bad person. He has done things you can't even imagine in your worst nightmares. Pack your bags quickly. And we need to leave." Jack protests, "No, Mom. You're lying. Dad is not like that at all. I've just met him after so many years, and now you're trying to keep me away from him again." But Alicia won't listen to anyone. She hastily packs her bag and Jack's clothes, ready to leave. Just then, Calvin returns, notices the packed bags, and asks, "Hey, are you going somewhere?" Alicia, terrified, responds, "No," but Calvin understands that she is planning to leave him. The psychotic side of him awakens, and he forces her into the car and takes her to his house. There he accuses her, "You kept me away from my son for so many years, but now you will never see him again." He begins to beat her. Alicia fights back, further triggering his anger, and he beats her more brutally and ties her up. He returns home and packs all of Alicia's belongings into the car. Meanwhile, Jack comes out and sees Calvin, who tells him, "Son, you stay here. I'll be back soon." We then see Alicia in Calvin's car with her mouth taped shut. Calvin's face shows clear signs of madness as he drives her to a secluded forest. Alicia tries to escape, but is caught by Calvin again. He ties her near the car and starts digging a large pit. It becomes clear that he intends to bury Alicia alive. She begs him for mercy, but he is consumed by rage. He says, "Today, I will make you feel what I felt during all those years in jail." He pushes her into a coffin and closes it while Alicia screams, but no one is there to hear her. Calvin begins to cover the coffin with soil. Alicia struggles desperately to get out, but it's impossible. Within minutes, the coffin is completely buried, and Calvin leaves. Shortly after, heavy rain starts pouring down. During this time, Calvin encounters an old man in the forest. The man asks, "What are you doing here so late at night?" Calvin, holding a gun, doesn't answer properly. The old man notices blood on Calvin's hands and realizes something is wrong. He moves to check the car, but Calvin attacks and kills him by striking his head. Meanwhile, we see Alicia still trying to escape from the coffin but failing. Back at home, Jack is alone and assumes that his mom and dad have gone out. Rose arrives and asks where they are. Jack tells her they went out. Rose becomes alarmed and says, "It's not what you think. He used to beat your mom a lot. He even tried to kill her once, which is why he went to jail." Before she can continue, Calvin returns and accuses her, "You're turning my son against me," and punches her, knocking her unconscious. Jack sees this and realizes his dad is not a good man. Calvin tells Jack, "We have to go somewhere." Jack goes inside, quickly puts on the shoes with the GPS his mother gave him, and gets in the car with Calvin. We only come to know that Alicia has found a key in her pocket, which she uses to start digging at one of the doors of the coffin. It was made of very thin wood, so in a short time, a hole is formed. She inserts her hand into it, makes it bigger, and pulls the door toward herself, causing all the soil to come inside. Now with a chance to escape, she removes the soil and finally comes out. From there, she moves forward and finds the dead body of the old man and sees his car. Realizing that Calvin is responsible, she takes the man's car and heads toward her house, calling Julia on the way. Just then, Alicia calls Jack's phone, which Calvin answers. He is shocked to hear her voice and realizes she has survived. Alicia threatens him, saying that if he harms their son, she will kill him. Calvin responds, "Jack is my son, not yours." Jack shouts from the background, "Mom, I have kept your surprise with me." Calvin angrily breaks the phone and leaves. Alicia, understanding that Jack is wearing the GPS-enabled shoes, immediately tracks his location. She tells Julia to call the police but does not wait and goes to save Jack herself. Julia contacts the police and explains everything. Jack, sitting in the car, reflects that his mother was always right. She worried about him because his father is a complete lunatic. Alicia arrives and finds herself near a church where she sees Calvin. She confronts him, asking about Jack, but he laughs and mocks her, saying, "How did you escape? No matter. You survived, but this time you won't." He approaches her with the intent to kill. Alicia, in a desperate move, attacks him in the stomach and runs away, passing through the jungle and into the church. Calvin, however, follows her, determined to finish what he started. Alicia confronts him and says, "The biggest mistake of my life was loving and marrying you. Even if I die, I will never forgive you." Enraged, Calvin drags her forward, ready to shoot her. Just then, a bullet comes from behind and hits him, causing him to fall. The police, called by Julia, had arrived just in time. Alicia realizes that sometimes it's better to rely on the law and not try to handle everything alone. The police shoot Calvin as he comes out and manage to save Jack. A few months later, we see Alicia getting ready for a date. This time, she hopes the man is the right one for her. And with that, the story comes to an end. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the story. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.